Hey there everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I am going to be showing you how I trim my hair and how I cut long layers into it. The reason why I decided to do this tutorial is because I know that there are a lot of us out there that have long hair, and we have been to a hairstylist, we told them to trim and they ended up cutting, and it was a disaster and it took us forever and ever to grow our hair back. Please tell me I'm not the only one that has had this. So if you'd like to stick around and see how I trimmed my hair and how I did long layers, then keep watching and I'll show you how. Thank you. And just with your fingers, am I in frame? Let me check. Yes. Just with your fingers, kind of get it all aiming towards your face. Just like that. And then hold it right at the top of your head, so where your forehead is. I know I look totally ridiculous. Don't judge me. Okay, I'm doing this for y'all. So if I look crazy, I'm sorry. Okay, so that's when you're gonna need this brush here, because you want to make sure it is all nice and slick and as close to your head as possible, so that way you're getting the straightest cut. So go ahead and take it from the bottom and just bring it all the way to the front. See how much longer this piece is already, because this is nice and slick. See, this is so much shorter. Can you see? Because I'm actually going in there and getting it as slick and as straight as possible. So do that all the way around your head until you get it nice and slick and straight. And what you want to do is, once you do that, you want to put a hair tie right here. So if you look at where I have it at the very, very top of my head. And excuse the no makeup face, I just got out the shower. Okay, so once you feel, you know for sure, there are no bumps, no lumps, your hair is nice and straight. And then at that point, you want to tie it with a hair tie. Okay, so that is pretty nice and straight. A whole lot of hair there. Okay. I'm going to do it pretty tight. I'm going to do three turns so that it's tight, but I can still maneuver it if I need to. Double checking, make sure there's no knots, no bumps, so we're going to get the straightest cut possible. So to do that, I'm going to take my paddle brush again and just make sure that we take any tangles that we might have created by pulling it all forward. And it looks pretty untangled. Alright. To do this, keep in mind first, you want to make sure that your hair is extremely wet. Like I said, I just got out of the shower. I didn't even use a towel. I just kind of, you know, took the excess water out and then pinned it up. So you want it to be really wet. Okay. Alright, so here we go. First cut is going to be however much you want to take off the bottom, off the actual length, how far you want to bring it up. This is going to be your first cut. This is a cut that's going to determine how much you're taking. Ooh, it's still super wet. How much you're taking off of the length. Once you have this straight, no tangles, you want to scoot your hair tie all the way to the bottom. Okay, and as you're scooting down, keep combing it. And you're going to scoot it down some more until you get to just the whereabouts of how much you're going to cut. So once you're there, so I'm not going to cut this much, I'm going to cut much less, but once I'm close, I'm going to go ahead and stop with the hair tie. So boy, this is soaking wet. Sorry guys, but you can get the point that you want it to be really wet. So I'm going to go ahead and hold it, and I am going to cut probably about 2 inches. Yeah, I'd say about 1.5 inches to 2 inches because I don't want to lose the length, but I do want to get, I have the bag right underneath my hair. So let's go ahead, and I'm going to go ahead and do the first cut right about here. Alright, just like that. Okay, next layer is going to be right above your ears. Go ahead and split that, just like this. I want you. Okay, so I'm going to use one hair tie to hold this back part because I am done with that part. I am not cutting any more from here. I'm going to do the same thing I did earlier with this by bringing it all to the front of my face. Okay. Go back to your stiff comb, your stiff brush, and bring all this in. Make sure it's nice and straight, tight to your head, slicked down so that it is all even. Okay. Whoa. I got a piece of hair in my eye. There it is. Sorry. Okay. Same thing. Bring it all the way to the very, very top of your forehead. Wrap it up. Untangle. One needs some. Okay. Okay, so now you're going to do the same thing. Pull this down. About the amount. And this is actually not tight enough, so I'm just going to go ahead and do it freehand. I have been cutting my hair like this for a while now, so I definitely say use the rubber bands or the hair ties as a guide. Once you get better at it, don't really need it, but I want to make sure this is straight. So I'm going to go ahead and just keep it on there just to be safe. Better be safe than sorry. So here I'm going to take the same amount, about 1.5 inches. So I'm going to go straight in and cut. And I'm holding it like this and cutting in here, cutting from the bottom. And holding it like this is pretty thick, so you have to kind of go back and make sure that it's straight. Alright, boom, there we go. Take this out. Wash a little extra hair off my fingers there. So we are done here. I'm going to go ahead and pull it back. And so that is some shorter layers there. Alright, so that was our second layer, our second cut. So now we're going to bring it back and untangle it, and then we're going to do another one. It's up to you how many layers you want. I mean, bringing it all the way to the front and cutting it in front of you is going to keep your layers long. So this is, you know, a better haircut if you have long hair, because if your hair isn't long enough for you to bring all the way out here, you can't really get long layers. There'll be more short layers. So I've done 2, all of my hair, and then right above my ear. So now I'm going to go where my eyebrows are and go right across here. Kind of like the crown, a little lower than the crown of my head. Just like this. So I'm going to pin the back. And here we go. Let's bring all of this back to the front. And you are pretty much repeating the same step over until you get the amount of layers that you want. So you can stop here at 3, or you can even grab a little less, and that would give you a bit more of like a longer bang. So let's get in here and get that nice and tight to your scalp and wrap it up. Very, very top of your forehead and centered. Right in the middle like this. Alright. Let's go ahead and scoot this. Make sure that this is going to give us the longest layers by scooting this all the way to the very front. Just like this. I'm going to go ahead and do same amount, 1.5 inches. See if I can get it frame a little better. So first I cut it this way, and then the scissor automatically pushes the hair that way, so then I turn it this way to make sure that I get a nice straight line. Here we go. Okay, so this is that layer, that top layer we just did. So here we go. So this gives you an idea before you go in and do another layer of how short these are going to be and how short back. So those are still fairly long. I'm going to go ahead in and do one more part so that I can have some shorter layers in the front. So let's take this bad boy out. Like that. Get all of this back. My hair feels so lighter already. I love it because I'm not really chopping it. I'm not chopping it off, but yet I feel like, you know, I've taken the load off, so that's nice without really taking the load off. Okay, so now this last one I did right around my eyebrows, so now I'm really going to do just the crown of my head. So literally just this top portion here. You can see that. So this is going to be my last cut. So I went ahead and did four layers. But of course you're going to have tons of layers because when doing this, you're cutting everything. Once you put it back, then you get boom, 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 a whole bunch of layers. So I love that look. And of course, once I'm done doing all this and get it dried and styled, you will most definitely get to see an after, a before and after of how many layers I was able to get in my hair by doing this and what it looks like styled. Okay. Here we go. You could even go shorter on this last one because like I said, this is going to be mostly your bangs and the shorter portions that are going to round your face. I look like a total idiot talking to you like this. And it's going to round your face. So you could go shorter on this last one if you'd like. I think I'm going to go probably 2 inches instead of 1.5 inches. So, let's see. I'm going to cut about that much on this top one. So just about 1/2 inch more than what I've been cutting. Turn it over so you get it nice and straight. Okay, there we are. Perfect. Alright, so this is it. This is your shorter layers. So I am back now that I have styled my hair. As you can see, we have got lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of layers on my hair, which is definitely the way I like my hair. I love my hair to be long, and I love to be able to curl it and have them stay in at the ends of my layers. So this is the final result. I hope that you ladies enjoy it, and thanks so much for watching. Talk to you soon.